everybody, this is Jo from Carried Crystal Healing and the Energetic Shift channel, and I'm here to bring you some new moon guidance for July. So the new moon falls on the 10th of July, that's UK time, and it's in Cancer. So it's an important one for those of you who are Cancerians. Let's see what guidance we want to bring through. So I'm going to first use these cards by Nikki Thompson Guest, Crystal Therapy cards. I've got two. I feel like I need to take one more. I've got two more again. Okay. I'm going to read them as they came out together actually, so in two pairs. So we first had Tangerine Quartz and Morganite come out together. So this kind of fits in with the theme of the Cancerian energy. It's all about emotions. So the Tangerine Quartz is about your sacral chakra, which is a seat of our emotions as well as creativity and passion. And then Morganite is a heart-based crystal. So lots of emotional energy that comes through, which isn't really a surprise. What I'm picking up, so with this new moon guidance, it goes from new moon to new moon through the cycle. So what I'm picking up is actually the elements in these cards. We've got fire and water. Well, what happens if you mix fire and water? Well, if you heat water up, you end up with steam. So you can take that in the passionate way, if that's what it means to you, if that's what comes to your mind when I say that. But what I'm actually picking up is kind of more of a meltdown energy. The emotions get too much and it's like a hissy fit. The words that I'm getting are hissy fit. So watch where emotions may just become a little too much over this lunar cycle. It might not be that you have any conflict with anybody, and it could just as easily be positive emotions that just become too much. So there's a sense of overwhelm that comes through with those two cards together. And the next two cards that we had were Lapis Lazuli and Celestite, or Celestine as I call it. So both air element cards there. I don't normally read the elements on these cards, but for some reason today I am, so I'm just going to go with that. So Lapis Lazuli and Celestite, or Celestine. So with the air element, that's all about ideas, inspiration. So whilst we may find the emotional overload a little too much, what it's actually bringing, when we're in touch and aware of our emotions like that, it brings us inspiration, ways forward, what we can do. So those emotions may well propel us into a divinely inspired course of action. And both of these cards, they're both blue, and I'll come to that in a minute, but they're both very celestial type energies. So Celestine is really good for connecting with the angels. Lapis Lazuli is really good connecting with your intuition. There's also an Egyptian theme that comes through with that card. I won't go into that now, but that might resonate with some of you. So this is about tapping into your soul and acting on, well, maybe not acting on them straight away, but paying attention to the ideas and inspiration that you get on an intuitive level. So whilst in the physical sense we might feel overloaded with our emotions, it's actually bringing forward this divine inspiration. So with both of these cards being blue, there's a lot of throat chakra energy there. So it might not be the case that we do need to act on it just yet. The blue is about expression though, and it could be as simple as writing it down. So whatever guidance that you get through, particularly around the new moon, write it down in your journal and keep it for later. Some of it might not make sense just yet, and that's okay. Sometimes we need other pieces of the puzzle to fall into place before it makes sense. But trust what you get. Both of these cards are about trust. You're supported in the angelic realms to trust this. your previous past life wisdom is also there to support you as well. So you'll know and feel when something is right. There's something that I'm not quite getting to just yet with these, and I'm waiting for it to come through. It's like I'm missing that. There's some kind of bridge between, because we had those two, then those two, and there's a bridge between them, and I'm not quite sure what it is that I've missed. In fact, I'm going to take another card, because I was aiming for 3 and I've ended up with 2 pairs instead of 3. So we've got emotional overload and overwhelm potentially. So we might need a lot of quiet time this month. But that doesn't mean that we should hide away either. If you're feeling divinely inspired to do something, then you should definitely do it. And then, as I say, we've got the divine inspiration, the intuitive impulses coming through. I'm taking that one. Okay. I like this because it felt like that's what was needed. We had a lot of, so we had the steam energy, we had the air energy. It's all very high energy, which can get quite intense, but it's very ungrounding. So we've got the black tourmaline there, which is the earth element card. Black tourmaline is really good for protection, as it says. It's also very good for grounding. It's also good for cutting out that which no longer serves us. That's been a big theme. So if you've been watching my readings recently or reading them on my Facebook page, you'll have seen that it's time to let stuff go. And it might be, what I'm picking up with this card is it's old ideas that we need to let go of here. And that's where the emotional overwhelm could come in. So our emotions may be giving us a clue. If something overwhelms us, it might be telling us it's not right for you. Perhaps it once was. Perhaps you think it is, but it's not right for you. So it's about letting go of ideas, thoughts that no longer serve you. It might be time to let go of a dream. So something that perhaps you've really, really wanted for a very long time, or some kind of project that you wanted to create. It might not be quite right for you, and it's time to let that go because there's better coming for you. So nothing is ever lost. If we've been along a path where we've thought that we've been headed, but then it turns out that it wasn't where we were headed all along, everything that we've done in preparation for that project that we thought we were supposed to be aiming for will be coming in useful. So it's never lost experience. It's always useful. So you've been brought to a certain point, and it's as though there's a fork in the road and you're going left instead of right, which is the way that you thought you were going. So watch where you might need to let go of an idea, an old one, because you've changed and grown and healed so much that old ideas aren't going to resonate with you anymore. And so there's much better available, and you have to let go of the old ideas to make space for those new ones. So that's quite an intense message coming through there, which isn't a surprise given that we've got the Lion's Gate coming up, which starts around the time of the full moon, which is on the 24th of July. So where we're letting go of stuff now, it's going to give us space for the new to come in, and the powerful energies of the Lion's Gate will help us with that. Just while I remember, I run a crystal well-being meditation every month, and it's online. It's free. So please keep an eye out on my Facebook page or my Facebook events or on my website, so that you can book onto that one. And I'm also hosting an Archangel webinar, Archangel Michael Healing and Guidance. That's going to be on the 15th of July. So again, check out my Facebook page or my website for that. Okay, so I'm coming to these cards by, can you see that there? Leanne Peters, the Animal Kingdom Oracle cards. That's a lady in Australia. They look really nice on the back with that minty green and blue colour there. Interesting. That's too many. There's too many again. There's going to be a lot of energy around for July then with all of these cards. This one that's fallen out. I'll take that one and one more. Okay, it's very interesting that I picked out kind of blues and greens on the back of the deck. I mentioned those, and all the cards that we've got are those green and blue colours. A lot of air energy with that as well, and also the throat energy. So the first one is Air Dragon. Your mind is powerful. The Fiddler Crab is to be on your guard. And I like this one because it's a number 11. Lion, be balanced with your responsibilities. This actually flew out when I was preparing to start this video, so it definitely wanted to be seen. So this is confirming what I've already said, really. Be aware of the ideas and inspiration that come in for you. Be aware of the things that you need to get rid of and let go of. So being on your guard isn't a bad thing. It's about being discerning, choosing what you want consciously. It might be time to reevaluate, you know, why do I want this, or why did I want this, because it probably doesn't suit you anymore. And then Lion, be balanced with your responsibilities. I feel like this is the biggest message that wants to come out, especially with it having fallen out before. I'm really drawn. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it, but on the third eye of this lion, we've got like a golden symbol, which I love. So really focused on intuition, a lot of guidance coming through, inspiration coming through, as we've already said. But you're really going to need to have courage. Not because it's going to be dangerous or anything like that, but it takes courage to be authentic, and this is what you're being called to do. Everything related to the throat chakra is about being authentic to yourself, true to yourself. Where did your goals not match up with who you truly are? Sometimes we pick up goals. You know, the ideal example for this is where we aspire to a certain career path because it's what we think our parents would want, or what we think would be good in terms of what society would think of us. And it doesn't always suit who we are. And this is about being really authentic and trusting who you are and what your gifts are, because the ideas and inspiration coming in are all in alignment with your true self, and it's up to you to choose that path now. So on that note, I will leave you. So enjoy this next lunar cycle and July, and I hope to see you at one of my events soon. I'll see you next time. Bye.